What is life like inside the world's communist countries? I traveled to each of them to find out for myself, and what I discovered was far different than what you'd expect.
Gives me the creepiest vibe.
From cities frozen in time,
When's the last time you saw a payphone?
to border towns staring directly at North Korea.
As I sit here at the farthest point on the bridge, I can see North Koreans.
Join me as I explore these fascinating places shaped by communist history and ideology. Let's begin in Cuba, where stepping onto the street feels like traveling back in time.
Welcome to Cuba! After a very stressful experience in the airport, we're here, we made it. Yeah! There's our ride. I planned it for you, just for you. What do you think, Joe?
That was cute. My first thought was to look for a seatbelt. LOL.
Right away, the guys are loving the colorful antique cars. It really is a thing in Cuba. The ride is bumpy and smells like a gas leak, but the air is fresh and the streets of Havana are looking dark and mysterious. We finally arrived to our Airbnb so we could crash and get ready for a full day of adventure tomorrow.
We have this amazing host that's unexpected here. Her name's Patricia. So I got us this whole Airbnb here. It's like a penthouse, all the different rooms, right in the middle of downtown Havana, the old city.
We've each got, there's what, 6 rooms?
Yeah.
This place is sick, man. It's super cool.
Woo! You excited, Graham?
Oh yeah.
Coolest part to this Airbnb is this little rooftop, which I'm going to see for the first time. Wow. I mean, this is just epic. Look at the whole views of the city from up here. What do you guys think so far? First impressions?
It's active.
Yeah, very active.
Havana is the capital city of Cuba and is where all the action takes place. Only 200 miles from Miami, the historic Old Town is so beautiful that it was named a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It is surrounded by 4 plazas where you can find picturesque monuments, fortresses, churches, and palaces from different periods of time. And walking around here really feels like you're stuck in the 1950s.
Wild, man. When's the last time you saw a payphone? First time out of the USA.
That's right.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And how is it so far?
It's incredible. It's almost exactly what I pictured, which is great. I think it's gonna feel weird going back. Yeah.
The city offers one of the most comprehensive collections of retro buildings and distinguished architecture in the world, ranging from Baroque to Art Deco. But if there's one thing that stands out about Havana, it's the cars.
So I can tell you all the year of the Chevrolet. That is Chevrolet 1954. Probably 53. I am not sure of that small motorcycle we call a coco taxi. Go have the shape of a coconut. So this is in a Chevrolet, looks like a 52. That is in a Mercury, and that one is in a Buick. And this is in a Cadillac, probably 1952. Jump in a Cadillac.
You like that one?
Yes.
All right, we are about to roll in 1950s cars around Havana. This is your father?
Yes, this man is my father. He's almost dead.
Is he late?
He's late.
Mucho
Carlos.
gusto. Drew.
Carlos, good to meet you.
Carlos, nice to meet you.
Mateo, nice to meet you.
There's a lot of cool things that you can do in life, but nothing's better than cruising around in a 1950s Chevrolet in Havana. And our friends are here. Man.
I vouch.
AJ, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts, 0 thoughts.
For the record, I had the idea for a team trip and I pitched Dominican Republic, and AJ goes, no, Cuba. And I said, yes, Cuba. And then I booked everyone's flights and now we're here.
That's because I'm a communist.
The old school American vehicles are left over from the era of the 1959 revolution, when the Castro regime prohibited citizens from purchasing new cars. 3 years later, the US established a trade embargo which essentially cut off nearly all imports and exports with Cuba. Only those vehicles physically on the island at the time of the embargo could be freely traded or sold among the people, and roughly 60,000 vehicles are still in operation today. But if you want to drive a car in today's economic state, you better bring your patience.
That huge line of cars behind me are people waiting in line to fill up their car with gasoline because there's a huge shortage here. That's the gasoline line? How many hours?
How many days? Hours? Oh, days.
Dude, I don't know if the camera got it, but the line went all the way down the block. Even more than the block.
Cuba's gas crisis has become a pressing issue with big consequences. The country relies heavily on imported petroleum, and with the tightening of sanctions and trade restrictions, the availability of fuel has dwindled down to almost nothing. The countryside of Cuba is particularly affected, with industries like agriculture and transportation taking a big hit, limiting food production and distribution nationwide. The gas crisis has created a domino effect on the overall economy, intensifying hardships faced by the population. Personally speaking, I have empathy for the Cuban people, and I'm well aware that being in Cuba as a tourist is a very different situation.
We're walking around Revolution Square and it's pretty empty. You get this big feeling of emptiness because we're walking on this concrete that's massive.
It's just a tower. Fidel Castro stood up there from the speeches. And the longest speech was 8 hours.
He had a speech there for 8 hours.
Yeah, and this place full of people.
All communist countries that I've been to have this like eerie feel. I don't know, emptiness and sadness.
Liam.
Like Caracas, Venezuela has a square like this, and Pyongyang, North Korea has a square like this. This does have Pyongyang vibes, dude.
Yeah?
Yes, it has Pyongyang vibes.
I don't feel surveillance though. I don't
No,
feel like I'm
that's
being
true.
watched.
It's a good point. Why is Che Guevara in Cuba?
He joined to Fidel and Raúl Castro, and he came and he was part of the most important part of the Cuban Revolution to get the power.
Are you proud to be Cuban?
Yes, I am.
Cuba faces a tough situation due to its political history, resulting in a poor quality of life for its citizens. Decades of communist rule have held back economic growth, so Cubans are living through hardships like poverty, limited access to goods and services, and a lack of opportunities. For example, the average salary is less than $50 per month, making it very difficult to make ends meet. Moreover, access to basic healthcare and education is compromised by the government. But America's role in aggravating these difficulties through embargoes and sanctions has further complicated the struggles faced by the Cuban people. And yet, strangely, we feel welcomed here, and despite their limited freedoms, the locals remain happy in the streets and proud of their identity.
We're just walking on the street here and there's like people on stilts, some kind of parade in front of us.
Cuba!
This is why I decided not to take a nap and come out. Yeah.
Walking around the streets, you find things like cannons just laying on the ground. Just a cannon. When in Havana, don't forget to look up. We're about to check out a cigar factory here in Havana. It is so cool. These are boxes of Monte Cristos.
Yeah, I love these vintage boxes.
These are so valuable in the States.
Seriously.
And if you don't know, cigars in Cuba, this is where they originate from. It's so crazy to be here. This bottle of rum is $3,750. Thank you very much. Behind me is a little fruit stand, fruits and vegetables. It's cool that you have people's houses, they just open up their door and they sell things. Like here they sell fruit. Check this out, 70 cents per pound. We're literally just chilling inside watching TV. We popped into an old bookstore here. Man, look at all the books in the back here.
It's just cool. Like I geek out about this shit. It's a great souvenir.
This is the square that we were standing on earlier, and that's Castro just dictating hundreds of thousands of people.
I bought 4 books. This, I think it's the Cuban Constitution, and this was printed here in 1943.
Wandering around this old town, all the streets feel the same.
Gato.
Meow, meow!
Oh God. Cuidado, please.
Oh, yeah.
And a gun falls on the ground.
Look at baby, look at baby.
You like Donald Trump?
Hey, Trump! No, Trump! Fucking Obama. Obama, good.
This place is La Bodeguita del Medio. It's famous by Hemingway and special for the mojito.
Luis,
Yeah.
soy cubano. Superstar.
Bro, when was that?
¿Tú estás en ahí?
If there's one thing to remember about Cuba, it's the people. Everyone is looking out for us and smiling.
Bienvenidos a Cuba!
Hola, mi amigo, ¿qué todo está bien?
Michael Jordan. I like Michael Jordan.
Viento me empuja a volar y veo en el aire una ciudad.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Princesa.
Princesa. Hola. Con mucho gusto.
I gotta tell you, at least from a tourist point of view, it feels very safe here, and you never know who you're bound to come across.
I met a guy with a yarmulke and he says he's Jewish. Judío. ¿Dónde está la sinagoga?
Acosta y Picota.
Kino.
No, Acosta. Pueblo.
Me gusta tu yarmulke. Wow, increíble. That was pretty wild to meet a Jewish guy just chilling on the side of the road. It just shows that Judaism's everywhere, culture's everywhere. Come to a place like Cuba, never expect to meet Jews, but hey, it happens everywhere. Tonight we are gonna go out and explore the nightlife of Havana, which I've been told is amazing. Hey! We got bottle service! We're gonna first hit up the bars and then go to a place called the Tropicana, which if you don't know what it is, stay tuned. It's my first time going and it's gonna be epic. We are rolling up in style to the Tropicana, the most famous nightlife spot here in Cuba.
I feel fancy.
You look fancy, bro.
Whoa, this is actually amazing.
The Tropicana is a famous show that dates back to 1939, and you may have heard the name because a hotel in Las Vegas is named after it. It's famous for its colorful cabaret shows and fusion of Afro-Cuban music that also showcases traditional Caribbean dances. I have heard so much about this place, and man, we are in for a real treat.
We're at the Tropicana show and it's awesome. How's the show? AJ got caught on stage. Follow me.
The Tropicana was everything we expected to see, and it really makes us proud to experience such a colorful and vibrant culture. We hitched a ride back home to sleep off all that rum and charge our batteries for tomorrow.
Running early after a long night of drinking. Ready to rock and roll?
Hell.
AJ, ready to rock and roll?
Did I get 8 o'clock? That's tapped out.
Oh, hi Mateo. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
How'd you sleep?
Amazing. I didn't realize I was asleep for another hour.
Our Airbnb host has fed us some lovely breakfast. We have scrambled eggs, toast, and butter, and honey and cinnamon, and coffee and tea, and sandwiches.
I do realize that we are all coming to Cuba as American tourists, and the life for the Cuban people is not so glamorous. My goal before we leave tomorrow morning is to make a Cuban friend and hear real stories about the struggles that they are living through. So we hopped in the car ready to explore the city, and as soon as I started talking to Mateo, I learned something really special.
So my boy Mateo is actually part Cuban. How are you Cuban?
My abuela.
Your abuela's Cuban, and
Yes.
this is his first time here, and we are actually tracing down her house. How you feeling?
Nervous. This is cool. I'm excited. My abuela fled to Mexico in 1959, 1960. Rough years. Went to Mexico, then the U.S. when she met my abuelo, who was living in the U.S. at the time. They've never been back. Now it's a school. Yeah, now it's a school.
It's a school.
And it's closed. Big house, my dear.
It's probably the same.
Your grandmother owned the big house. Woo!
Wow, wait.
How old do you think the house is?
Can be of the 50s, of the 30s.
Yeah, that's probably the original house.
Sounds about right. It's like my great abuelo did well, or his abuelo.
Yeah,
my
man,
great
this is a
abuelo.
baller house. It's crazy to just put yourself back in time and like imagine what it was like. Family's so important, number one. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is family and the health of your family. When I went to Vienna, I went to my grandfather's house that he was born in. I found the address, and it's just like surreal to be standing in a place that you know your grandparents lived. It's emotional.
It really is. It really is emotional.
How has being part Cuban like formed your identity? Like, do you have memories as a kid eating Cuban food, Spanish speaking?
Yeah, Cuban food and traditions, things at New Year's, language. But it's funny, just because growing up and looking so white, I think there was always an element of me too that didn't ever fully feel like I was Cuban, even if my family told me I was, because I didn't look like the other people I knew who were Cuban. So that's something that even in the last few years I've really started to feel more comfortable with and grapple with and embrace. Yeah, I think I was ashamed and confused about it for a long time. So just getting to be here too, is that makes it that much more special. Holy
shit, yeah.
People that I talk to all the time spent their childhood there. That's crazy.
That's so cool, dude.
That's crazy.
When you travel, you just put yourself in situations that are cool and life-changing. That's a good example.
That's part of the beauty, man.
It is burning hot outside, and we need something refreshing to cool us down, so we are on our way into the suburbs of Havana to get some ice cream and hopefully make a local friend.
We are about to head to an ice cream shop. It was built in the 50s under Castro, and apparently it's been exactly the same since then. There's a crazy line system here where on 4 different points of this place, people are just standing around to get in. And we can't get in, So our driver, which is the father of our lovely host, is trying to sneak us through. So he's just like, wait here, when you see me wave you in, come in. We gotta keep our eye on him. He's now talking to the police guard. He's such a gangster.
15 minutes later, he gave us the wink and we made our way inside.
We're trying to figure out this place. We just sat down and then we ordered and then they're like, sit down at the other table, that one's reserved. So we're just kind of chilling here, trying to figure it out. But the cool thing is that we're surrounded by Cubans. And this is the only place so far in Havana that I really feel like I'm just in the country. No tourists. And apparently this ice cream shop has been around since the 50s. It was actually opened under Fidel Castro and it has been unchanged. The recipe, the style, the vibe, pretty awesome. I'm pretty pumped for the ice cream. Ice cream, helados, 4. Sí. I guess we're ordering again. We ordered and then 20 minutes later she came back and was like, what did you order? We're like, 4 scoops. So then she went back to the kitchen. I think they keep bringing everybody else around us, so I don't know, they might be with us.
We have no luck making local friends here because everyone is awkwardly staring at us. But the ice cream did come, and man, it looks tasty.
Alright, they actually call this a 5-scoop salad, and I think you can see why. Every different flavor in a bowl. I don't even know what flavor it is on top, but that's pretty good. I gotta say something, the food in Cuba is not all that great, which is why there hasn't been any food content in this video. But this ice cream, on the other hand, is spectacular. It has that sweetness and that texture, and it's very rich, but it slaps.
I'm not really sure what flavors we got here.
Yeah, that's what, I cannot put my finger on it.
Right?
It's like vanilla and
Not quite
and caramel.
I think it tastes more like
Almost
coffee.
like chocolate. Oh yeah, like coffee. It's so confusing. Every time I try to think of like what the flavor is, it's a different flavor.
But it's good though.
This was vanilla for sure, but I don't know what. Oh yeah, it's really what's going on here.
I think it's safe to say that there will never be a stranger ice cream experience ever in any of our lives.
We are heading back into the heart of Havana to walk around the streets with the hopes of meeting someone Cuban who would be willing to open up about their experience living under communism.
Here we are in a beautiful spot in Havana. It's amazing. We've got the sea right in front of us. We got old cars, old buildings.
Dude, it's crazy. Water's so blue.
Where are you from?
America.
USA?
USA.
First time in Cuba?
Second time.
My country is good?
Your country's amazing, bro.
Yeah? Havana glue.
Havana.
Yeah.
Gracias.
A ver, ¿qué? Que te voy a partir la cabeza. Esta es la pregunta esa. Dame ahí, ahorita ahí.
Muy amable. Buenos días.
America and Cuba good brother.
The friend
Nice
for
people.
long time, but the problem for long time is between government, not between people. American people is very welcome here in Cuba. They have.
This awesome lady we just met on the street invited us somewhere. Where are we going, AJ?
I have no idea.
She's very kind. So we feel good in our hearts about it, so we're following her.
Yeah,
Good, where's she taking us?
no idea. I think maybe to salsa. I don't know.
¿Dónde vamos?
Al bar de la preferida, Guantanamera.
¿Cerca or?
Very close to here.
This bar is super cool and super local. It's literally a hole in the wall. It's a tiny little room, like the size of someone's bedroom. Graffiti all over the walls, pictures of Che Guevara and Charlie Chaplin. And we're just hanging out with our new friend named Laura, who just literally found us on the street and invited us here. Pretty awesome.
Cuba is very nice country because here in Cuba, the school is free, you know, can pay nothing for the school, to the kindergarten and for the university. But the doctor is free too, the dentist is free too, but the more bigger problem for us is because the system, socialista, comunista, is very good and the thinking.
Yeah.
But Marx and Lenin rating very well, it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's the same, but for the tourists it's good because you're making more local money. Now for the Cuban people, no good. The salary is very down and the price for everything is crazy expensive. And this is impossible for us. It's for the reason that the young people is very angry right now. But for me it's impossible I talk like this, but I don't care. No problem. Finish.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
No, don't worry. They going to the prison, no problem. I don't care. Please, American and Cuban, friend forever.
This woman's bravery surprised all of us, and it goes to show that people are not their governments. This is a common realization that I've learned from my travels to every country, and even if this is the first time overseas for some of my team, we can all agree that the Cuban people are perhaps the most spirited in the world. They remain proud of their history, and they welcome American tourists despite the embargoes that we've inflicted on them. It's not that Cubans want to be stuck in the 1950s, it's just that sadly, they have no choice. Next up, I'm traveling to a city in China where you can literally look across the river into North Korea.
Beautiful day in Dandong, China. The adventure begins now.
My guide in Dandong prefers to remain anonymous due to the sensitive nature of this video.
Most of the foreigners here, they may be considered of spies.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. They think I'm a spy, exactly.
For her safety and privacy, and for any North Koreans that open up to my camera, we've decided to blur their identity throughout this journey.
First impressions are kind of a modern big city. I was expecting it to be really small and like more village-like, but it's a proper town here. It's crazy, everybody just like walking on this big boardwalk, taking pictures, taking selfies with North Korea in the background. I've never seen a scene like this in my life. In my view right now, as I sit in traffic, I can see about 20 different cameras, and then each of these poles has a camera on it. I wonder who's looking at all the CCTV. Somebody just sitting in a room, smoking a cigarette. Oh, where are we going?
The Broken Bridge.
Why is it called the Broken Bridge?
It was broken by American army.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
During the Korean War.
My grandfather was in the Korean War.
My grandfather too.
Really?
Our grandfather were enemies.
For the very first time from the taxi, I'm seeing across the river, which is North Korea. That's North Korea, right?
That is North Korea.
We've made it to the Broken Bridge, which connects Dandong to the North Korean town of Shinjushi. It's kind of bizarre how touristy it is out here, packed with Chinese travelers who are just as curious as I am about this place.
There's a police soldier like right behind me on the street. I don't really know if we're able to shoot or not, but we'll find out. This is weird how it's like touristy. It's like Disneyland. So before we walk on the bridge, the first thing I see here is this statue. This looks straight out of Pyongyang. There's a lot of tourists here, but I haven't seen a single other foreigner. They're all Chinese. This is so bizarre. We're like walking towards North Korea. It's crazy to think that tens of thousands of North Koreans have escaped and swam across this very river. I actually know people that have escaped and swam over this river. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like this truck right here is going to North Korea. This is one of the only land borders that connects North Korea to anywhere in the world, because the Russia border is closed, the South Korea border is closed, and the China border only has a few entrance points, this being the biggest one. And this border was closed for 4 years due to COVID and the time after. So it just recently opened up again, and it's like really crazy to stand here and think about that this is like the way that North Koreans are getting access to any goods, services. Hey Mate, if I jump, would you film it? Yeah. It's crazy that like the actual border on Google Maps is halfway between this river. So technically right now, like if I jump, I'm entering North Korean waters. And it's only about 30 feet, easy jump. I'll just jump and swim as fast as I can, and you'll never see me again. I'm so overwhelmed by all these people here at the edge of the bridge. They're all holding the China flag with the communist symbol on it. The music gives me the creeps. There is a lot of CCTV here. You can see there, right above me. There's a security guard. So security guards everywhere here. We're at the edge of the bridge right now, and above me is like a propaganda film playing, anti-American, I think. As I sit here at the farthest point on the river, on the bridge, I can see North Koreans in this strange, like, abandoned amusement park. It's like a little roller coaster thing and a Ferris wheel, and they're just like walking around in circles. They're wearing uniform, gray uniform, like prison. It might actually be a prison. And also I see this really weird circular building in the distance. It's like orange building, and it looks really abandoned. Gives me the creepiest vibe. Having a reflection moment right here from my time in Pyongyang. 3 nights, 4 days, exploring the most isolated city and country in the world. I've been to the DMZ several times from the South Korean border, and here we are approaching North Korea from a different angle. I can't get enough of this country. It's just super, super interesting, super fascinating, and very different. After living in South Korea for 2 years and knowing the Korean language and understanding the culture a bit, it's something a little more deeper meaning for me, you know?
Walking across the bridge is a surreal experience, but what I really want is another point of view of this crazy border. This brings us down to the water, where my guide was able to get us on a boat.
This is China. And this is North Korea. Right now I'm stuck somewhere in the middle. On top of that boat in the river, there's a North Korean flag. Must be a fisherman boat or something. I'm buying North Korean money here on the boat. Thank you. This is really, really cool. 반가워요.
반갑습니다.
한국말 조금 해요.
어디서 배웠어요?
영어 선생님 있었어요.
진짜요?
평택.
평택.
Yeah. What do you think about North Korea?
I really want to go there, but we cannot. I just want to go there just sightseeing.
So if you can go, you would go to North Korea?
Yeah.
It's so crazy that we are standing right here and right behind us is North Korea. And I'm with a South Korean friend.
Yeah, I agree.
He's also on a mission to find North Korean people. And so we just happened to meet up at the same place and we're gonna go find some North Koreans. Let's go. Kaja.
We stumble upon a cool market along the river, which is mostly selling items that have been smuggled in from North Korea.
Look, these are North Korean cigarettes. I want to buy this as a souvenir. This one, Aridan. Let's try it.
Latin fruit.
Really sour?
Very sour.
It's like a sour grape.
It tastes like a green apple.
Yeah, it does taste like green apple.
Yeah.
These ladies are wearing traditional hanbok, which is like a Korean outfit. China, North Korea, the border between the two countries. So bizarre, man. So you came here from Seoul just to try to meet North Koreans?
Yeah, the meeting North Korean people and the views of the North Korean buildings.
Because from South Korea, you cannot really see like North Korea.
Yeah, right.
Going down to the water. It's cool, you can actually sit on the riverbank here. So I guess it's kind of like entering North Korea if I put my finger in the river, right? As we're walking through the streets, we just see all the signs in Korean. So interesting, right?
Yeah, so interesting. It's like a Korea, but the word is a little bit different.
Words are a little different. This dude just giving it a haircut like there's no bombs going off in the background. Why?
It's for good fortune.
The restaurants here, they have a China flag and a North Korea flag, saying that they have both cuisines. We're in a North Korean shop here, and all the things are imported from across the border. It's really cool. We have an American and a South Korean in China walking through a North Korean neighborhood.
Right. As I walk freely around the streets of Dandong, it is shocking to see how Chinese and North Korean cultures mix together.
This area feels like super rugged, like run down, no polished buildings, wires everywhere. What do you think about this street?
For me, it's like a little bit weird, scary a little bit. We don't have friendship with North Korea, so kind of scary.
Little scary.
Yeah.
We're all on the same mission to find naengmyeon, which is the most famous dish in North Korea. It's cold noodle soup.
Right.
And it's really hot outside.
Right.
So we need to find some cold noodles.
Today's hot.
Okay, so we found a group of North Koreans behind us, but they're eating, so I don't know if we can meet them.
I have no idea how to talk to them.
I can try.
Really?
안녕하십니까? They have naengmyeon. Okay.
Take a seat. Take a seat.
Take a seat.
In the shade.
죄송합니다. Is this a naengmyeon? Naengmyeon? Huh? Oh. Man, they're just cold. They don't want to talk. We tried to talk to everybody around us and they just like literally ignored us. Like not even as if we don't exist.
Beer.
Yeah, North Korean beer.
Yeah.
Chang, gombe. Gombe.
Tastes like it's.
Tastes like I'm back in Pyongyang. 영어 선생님 있었어요. Drew. And your name? Chechani. Sajangji. Ask him how long he's been living here.
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Just gone.
You came yesterday? You crossed the border?
No shooting.
Yeah, it's not. Okay.
Just then, an undercover cop approaches me and demands that I immediately delete all my footage. My legs are literally shaking with fear.
They want you to delete it.
你赶紧删，你删。
机器开了。
开了以后，里面能刚才录音的能给删掉。
啊，我跟他说回去。
你回去能删和那这里删和一样吗？
I have old footage on here. I can't delete stuff.
I told him. He said if you don't delete it now, he will call the police.
Thankfully, my guide convinces him that I am not a spy, and after some heated conversation, he walks away, but still lingers down the block. The scariest part of being a tourist in Dandong is not knowing who's who.
I'm a little shaken up by what just happened. That guy like aggressively came over and asked me to delete the footage. I'm pretty sure he was like a Secret Service or something. So then he left, and I'm like 100% sure we're being watched from all angles right now. Weird feeling. Who was that guy?
According to his clothes, I think he either be a rich people or the government official.
You think he's a government official? Yeah, they're like undercover. You don't know who's who here. It's really sketchy.
I don't know.
Best dish in North Korea. How's it, bro? Is it good? You like it? Much so? Yeah. It's a very strange feeling right now to know that I'm being watched from like a lot of angles. The situation here is no joke with security and people watching you. It's crazy because the government or the security people just look like everyday people. They dress normal, they look normal. You can't really tell who they are. So if just someone sitting on the street and you don't think twice about them, they're actually watching you. So what did you think after talking to the North Korean guy?
It was scary, right?
It's super scary.
Yeah.
I was like shaking, man, when the guy came and grabbed my phone. Shiba, just kidding. I said in Korean, and it made them laugh.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to meet North Koreans.
They're a fair point, yeah. But I like the challenge of trying to meet them. It's difficult.
So difficult.
Few places in the world you can meet North Koreans, very few. So this is one of them.
It's been really cool hanging out with my new South Korean friends, but they ironically had to catch a flight back to Seoul.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Safe travels, okay?
Safe travel.
Nice to meet you. Bye, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
But if one thing's for sure, I am not done exploring this city.
We're about to enter a secondhand market here in Dandong. See what we can discover. It certainly feels like North Korea in here. It's like dark and quiet. I just bought all this North Korean won, like vintage old money. This is 1 won. This is so cool. I have a currency collection and this is gonna go perfectly in there. Can you ask him if many North Koreans shop in here?
Korean people can't come here to buy stuffs. It's not allowed, maybe.
These are like really cool paintings.
All of those paintings are from North Korea.
These?
Yeah.
Like the painters themselves?
Yeah, he said yes.
I want to buy one that like resembles North Korea, that looks like North Korea. The paintings themselves have a certificate from painters from North Korea. This is actually really cool. I never thought I was going to be buying a North Korean painting, but this is going to look good in my collection. I'm overwhelmed by paintings. I'm a sucker for art.
1,200.
Can we bargain?
I think we can.
Go for it.
人家飞到沈阳，然后专门从沈阳就来丹东为了那啥。
美女画一个人物要比画一个风景复杂多了。
This one's a bit smaller. Maybe how about for this one?
800.
Deal. Deal.
你好。
Ni hao. Here's a certificate that it was made by a North Korean. Oh, there's even a North Korean badge of approval there. 감사합니다.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
The lady who sold it to me was actually from North Korea. That was cool. This is going to be a nice one for the collection.
After shopping for some unique collectibles to display in my house, we make our way to the other side of the city, to a place they call New Dandong that gives me serious Pyongyang vibes. I'm standing in Dandong New District, which is just a 20-minute drive south of the main city center. You can see this massive 3-kilometer bridge that was built. This whole area cost $350 million because they were anticipating a big economic trade boom between North Korea and China. However, it's abandoned and empty. They were gonna move the government here, and I'm told that it starts here from the China side and it goes over, but then when you get to North Korea, there's nothing. There's no trade happening between the two countries. It's so weird just walking in the street with these big highways, but nobody's around. No cars, no people. This feels more like North Korea than anywhere else I've been in Dandong. I can already tell that there is no city on earth quite like Dandong, but I really want to get the local scoop of what's going on behind closed doors. I'm on my way to meet up with a friend of a friend named Daniel.
How are you? Hi. Good to see you, man. Yeah.
I'm told that he and his wife own a really cool bar in town, and they're willing to tell me about life here from a resident's point of view.
So, are you from here?
Yeah, I born here, I live here.
Have you ever crossed the bridge into North Korea?
No, never. My wife, she have been there.
I have been there for 7 times. times.
7 times?
Yeah.
When you cross over and you walk, there's a little town there. What do you see there? Like, what's happening?
A lot of people around the street.
Doing what?
Just like us, go to work, take subways and take bus. Nothing special.
Why did you go there so many times?
For tourist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for tour. Because my father owned a tour business.
Were you like scared to go there? Did you feel like everybody's watching you? Did you feel like, no, everything's chill?
No, because in North Korea, tourism is a big business. It's such a mysterious place. It just live in their own world.
What I find really strange is that like every viewpoint in Dandong is looking over the river and everybody's there taking selfies, but do they even like understand what's happening over there?
No.
That's so strange.
It's so different.
Do you have North Korean friends?
The people in North Korea, they come to Dandong and they want some private.
So they like keep to themselves, like the Chinese and the North Koreans, they don't really mix, it seems like.
The language,
yeah.
I can't understand their language. So we can be friends because we can talk.
Do you get any North Korean customers in your bar?
Yeah, we got a lot of.
Are they nice?
Not bad. Just we keep distance.
We're just a neighbor, so there are a lot of North Korean guys in Dandong. So it's a special point.
How do most of the Chinese people living here, how do they feel about like North Koreans here? Do they think it's no big deal? Do they think it's cool?
No big deal.
They don't care?
Nothing special.
Nothing special, no big deal.
For me, it's like the most interesting place in the world. North Korea is like so isolated and extreme.
I don't know because I never been there.
Yeah, of course.
If you take the plane, when the plane take off, you should shut down the window.
Wait, you mean when you take off, like the pilot says, put the window down? So
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever go to North Korea someday?
I don't know, maybe.
What if your wife wants to take you there? Would you go?
Maybe I'll try.
I don't want to go. It's so boring because you don't have Wi-Fi. You don't have internet. You just to have a limited space to walk around. So you just go there and get further understanding of their cultures, their presidents. What North Korea really is, we don't understand. We never know.
Daniel and his wife go on to inform me that the Great Wall of China actually begins near Dandong. They say there's a spot where you can walk right up to a massive barbed wire fence marking the border with North Korea, and I have to check it out for myself.
Looking out the window, on the other side is North Korea, but look at this like weird misty fog. You could sense all the suffering and misery in the air when you see that. We are just now entering the Great Wall of China, where it actually starts and goes a very long way.
The Great Wall of China stretches over 13,000 miles across mountains, deserts, and plains. But I had no idea how close it comes to the border with North Korea.
My last time at the wall was in 2012, when I had a 24-hour layover in Beijing. Long time ago. I just remembered it being absolutely epic, and being here again, I'm confirming that it is absolutely epic. If you want to get the wall to yourself without tours, go to Dandong. Don't go to Beijing. We're chilling on the wall here, and these guys just came, started smoking cigs and playing card game. Trying to figure out where's North Korea, like where's the border line? Oh, right here. Oh, like right there. This river is a lot skinnier than the river by Dandong. Have you been to North Korea? What do you think about North Korea in general?
It is the 1980s.
That's a good line. It's the 1980s of China. I like that. So it's like similar culturally, but just old school. I'm sitting here in the Great Wall of China. Right there, over that small fence, is North Korea, like right there. From Dandong, the river is really big and wide, and like it's too hard to swim it. But here, it just looks like you can take a step over and you're in North Korea. The fascination with North Korea continues to grow as I encroach the land. Right below the wall, there's a little settlement here. They have little street food and shops. And in front of the settlement is the actual fence that separates China and North Korea. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna get over this thing. There's multiple layers of barbed wire. I feel like if I put my finger on it, it's gonna like shock me. I'm waiting any second for a security guard to come out. There's like a lot of cameras. Do you see that mountain of cameras right behind Mate?
You can see those butterflies, those birds. They can go across the border very easily. I mean, trade has no border. Goods has no border, but man has border.
She makes a really interesting point. Like, at one point in time, this was just open land, and the culture was all kind of together. And then all of a sudden, one day, there was a border that was set. And now there's like a drastic difference between the land I'm standing on right now and 1 foot over this fence.
Some places you visit will leave you with more questions than answers, and Dandong is one of them. This city, with its mix of Chinese and Korean influences, brings me into a world that feels both familiar and foreign. I really enjoyed walking around town, eating the food, and feeling the lively spirit of East Asia, a region that I spent 8 years of my life living in. But I'm still scratching my head by some of the things I encountered here. Just 7 years after my journey into North Korea, walking around Dandong gives me flashbacks to Pyongyang. In the end, my takeaway is that Dandong isn't just another busy Chinese city or a random border town. It's a mirror reflecting the complexity of life at the edges of two closed-off worlds.
Next up, I'm heading to Belarus, a country in Eastern Europe that still retains many characteristics of its Soviet past.
On this trip, I'll be meeting a 90-year-old Holocaust survivor, exploring Chernobyl, the worst nuclear disaster in human history.
Holy smokes.
And thanks to a DNA test I took, I found out my great-grandparents were actually from Belarus. And while I'm at it, I will see if I can find any living relatives out there.
Oh, big hug.
Finally, I'm going to be sharing an epic meal with a Belarusian grandma in the countryside.
Feed me.
It's time to discover what life looks like in a place the world has forgotten.
I finally made it to Belarus. We have Artur here. He's gonna be my guide for the next few days, going to visit all my Jewish heritage. Are you excited?
Yes. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I haven't been here in 10 years.
Minsk is not on most people's travel list because it's hard to get to. Most passport holders need a visa to come here, and the city is not really built for tourism. You won't hear a word of English on the streets, and things in town are very strange, like the statues of Lenin.
He is looking mighty up there.
Since gaining independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, Belarus still retains close ties to Russia. Its dictator, Lukashenko, has held power for over 30 years and seemingly makes his own rules. From the outside, the country feels frozen in time and really quiet.
I have discovered the first piece of trash on the floor, right here. First one in the whole city.
The metro feels like a Cold War museum.
It's super packed in here and nobody's smiling and everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And even the KFC looks something like I'd see in Pyongyang.
Such a contrast of American fast food and communist Soviet relics.
But for me, this trip is personal because my family has roots in Western Belarus, near a city called Brest. My first mission in Belarus is to see what I can learn about my heritage, and we begin at a site where brutalist architecture is hard to miss.
We are now entering the fortress of Brest. It's really interesting out here in Belarus, you have people that wave Russian flags. I always wonder in my head, like, is it Russia? Is it a puppet state of Russia? Is it its own independent thing? All these questions, the last dictatorship in Europe. Whoa! Always love seeing a tank. Soviet tanks. You know you're in Belarus when you see monuments like this. It's called brutalist architecture. They're like these blocky cement, ugly buildings that have been made famous after World War II. No joke, when you walk by this guy, his eyes follow you. The scariest thing ever.
This is the place where Nazis have entered the Soviet Union.
This started World War II.
This has started the Great Patriotic War, what they call. The World War II started in 1939, but that's when the war between the Nazi Germany and Soviet Union have started.
We're standing on the border actually of Poland. Right behind me is Poland. You can still see the bullets on the building here from World War II. It's just crazy, man. We just heard like bombs go off, but I think they're practicing for some celebration thing. Just another day at the office. I don't know if I should be walking with them or not.
There is a lot that I want to explore in Belarus, and I've already got plans to visit the border towns near Chernobyl. But before that, I need to trace the steps of my great-grandparents, and that all begins with the Jewish history in Brest. Before World War II, nearly half of the city's population was Jewish. Artur wants to show me a special project that brings thousands of Belarusian Jews back to life, which is really emotional for me as my ancestors came from this very place.
We're in a place where our organization, the Together Plan, is keeping the headstones from a former Jewish cemetery where we're building building a big memorial. The headstones were found around the city because when the Nazi came, they started to destroy the cemetery. The community and the people of Brest started to find them out. They started to surface out and they've started to collect and bring it to the community.
So you have like hundreds in here.
So here we have over 1,200 headstones that could be read that we created a database from, and over 3,000 pieces of the broken headstones.
I wonder if my great-grandparents are here.
There's a very big chance. This is the pieces that are still going to go back to the memorial. They're going to be forming the walls of the memorial.
It's really crazy to think that my great-grandparents' gravestones could be right here. Or certainly if it's not theirs, it's their friends or family. It's really sad to think about what happened to all these people, but it's also really amazing that their memories are being preserved. Look at that. You can see the Hebrew writing. It's still perfectly intact. Wild feeling to be in here.
Between 1941 and 1943, about 800,000 Jews were murdered in Belarus during the Nazi occupation. Entire communities vanished, herded into ghettos, gunned down in forests, or deported to death camps. The Holocaust here was fast, brutal, and to this day, almost forgotten. But pieces of that history still remain, like the synagogue, which is potentially the place where my great-grandparents worshipped. This synagogue is surely going to be an emotional experience.
I get the goosebumps just thinking about being here and what kind of life my family had back in the day. It's a large mezuzah.
Okay, tell after me. Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu laniach tefillin.
This is called tefillin. It's a Jewish tradition where leather straps are wrapped around the arm and head during morning prayer. Inside these small boxes are handwritten verses from the Torah. The practice is meant to connect the mind, heart, and body to God. And I've never felt more connected to my roots than in this very moment.
I feel refreshed and rejuvenated. I haven't done that in a while.
Next, I'm going to take you to the museum in Brest, where I found something really exciting about my great-grandfather.
Inside of the archives here, we were able to track down the exact birth certificate of my great-grandfather, Hirsch Friedman. The English translation says, National Historical Archive of Belarus, Hirsch Friedman, born at 9 o'clock in the morning to his lawful wife, Shaila Beini Berkman, on March 22nd, 1902. The name Iser was given to the newborn in religious rite. I'm literally like shaking to know that we were able to track down the birth certificate of my great-grandfather here in the National Archives in Belarus. The actual birth certificate must stay in this building, but they were able to give me a photocopy of it, which I'm going to frame at home and keep forever.
As my Jewish ancestry tour continues, I now have the chance to meet Frida, the last remaining Holocaust survivor in Belarus. It's crazy to think that she witnessed the brutal history we've been learning about.
I can speak, but very bad.
Wow, amazing. She is adorable.
I have 90 years.
Wow.
We're heading to the ghetto where the Nazis relocated Frida during the pogroms, which were violent attacks on Jews that took place even before the Holocaust. We're also visiting the Old Cemetery, a sacred place in Jewish tradition that maintains close connection to the community.
Каждый день убивали людей. У людей не было сил. Их хоронить негде было. В гетто не было кладбищ. Забрасывали сюда в яму. В одном из погромов Кубе, гауляйтер Беларуси, собрал детей из детского дома и на камеру и раздавал булочки. А потом их привели сюда и здесь расстреляли.
А ты видела это?
Видеть никто не может. Все прятались. Но мы все знали, что после погромов и после вот таких вот расстрелов мы все это знали.
What were you thinking during all of this?
Во время погрома ничего не думала. Отключала сознание от страха. И в Минске, в частности, было больше евреев, чем белорусов. Но на одном дворе жили белорусы, поляки, евреи. И все говорили по-еврейски.
How did you make it out alive? How did you stay safe?
был один из руководителей Минского подполья. Мы жили вот здесь вот на Республиканской, и к нам нагрянула гестапо. Единственным в гетто. Папу предупредили буквально за 5 минут. Он вынес оружие. Я успела выскочить, спрятаться в сарае. Я очнулась под кроватью, и я страшно испугалась. У окна стоял стол длинный, и на нем лежала мертвая женщина. Крысы ее всю изъели. Прислал за мамой парня.
How do you feel that you're one of the last remaining Holocaust survivors here?
Я таки последняя узница гетто. Я понимаю, что я осталась в живых и живу сегодня лишь только потому, что есть Бог на свете, чтобы и дал мне задание, чтобы я рассказала это. Я выполняю.
I'm completely at a loss for words. I'm just staring into her eyes as she's talking. I've never felt that feeling before. But talking to Frida's leaving me in tears. I mean, her story is so vivid and so strong, and she's an amazing woman, and I can't believe that she survived. She's the last remaining Holocaust survivor here in Belarus, and there's only just a handful left in the world, and the stories are gone forever. It's just really, really heavy stuff, and it's really special to be able to meet her.
From what country is you?
I'm from America.
America?
Yes.
Oh, very, very.
But my babushka is Belarusian.
Belarusian.
Yeah. Polstavi?
Polstavi.
My grandparents.
That is Minsk?
Yes, Minsk. Yes. What does it mean for you to be Jewish today and carry on the tradition?
Для меня всегда быть евреем было мое, и я никогда не предам и чувствовать еврейство я буду.
If you could say one message to everybody in the world watching this video, what would you tell them?
Теперь молодежь старается быть красивой, но главное – это доброта. Человек должен быть добрый, отзывчивый. Тогда мир будет расцветать и жить.
This is such an emotional story for me to tell, and I've never told it before. It's really personal. I can't even put it into words, and to be able to come here and connect with the culture and meet people like Frida who can share exactly what happened during World War II and the Holocaust. I mean, a lot of my family was killed in Auschwitz and in concentration camps, and if my great-grandparents never left Lithuania and Belarus to go to the US, then I would probably be killed in the war, or I would just be hanging out here in Belarus with everyone else. It's just so special to find out my identity, where I come from, and it means so much to me, and I will always cherish it.
Now we're going to switch gears and explore a remote part of southern Belarus, a place that was severely affected by Chernobyl. In 1986, reactor 4 exploded at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, releasing more radioactive material than Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. The fallout didn't stop in Ukraine. It spread across Europe and heavily contaminated southern Belarus. Entire villages were evacuated and left behind. Nearly 4 decades later, nature has taken over. Wolves, wild horses, and bears roam through empty towns. It's eerie, and my friends and I are going in.
I literally feel like we're entering a war zone right now. I got my passport here. We are entering the forbidden zone that nobody comes to, except us. Let's go. Beyond this fence is a 30-kilometer border zone.
From this place is approximately 35 kilometers to the Chernobyl power plant. So this was made 39 years ago after the disaster.
When you see a sign like this, it means be careful. We are now entering this crazy Soviet-looking car to head down to the affected areas. Wow, this is bizarre. You've been studying like Chernobyl for a long time. You've been a tour guide for
Yes, for 12 years.
I guarantee I'm the only American tourist here.
This year, Drew, you are the first American inside the zone.
Nice. It's so weird to be here. Everything's like empty and quiet. There's some workers here, there's some military, there's some scientists, but it's just like this feeling of emptiness in the air. Not what I expected. We are now visiting the administration building of the farm. Got a good little Lenin welcoming in the beginning. Oh wow, this is cool. Always love a good Lenin sighting. Goes on and on. You can just keep on exploring all these rooms. No adrenaline rush hits you like an abandoned building in a Soviet country. All of this just left as is. Gotta watch out for holes in the ground here. I mean, there's like sinkholes in this building. Man, these pictures are so creepy. Look at this guy. There's all these like random documents on the floor. Like, this has been here for 40 years. I don't even know what this is for, but it's cool looking. Being here totally feels like I'm stuck in the Soviet Union. Bizarre. There's sinkholes up there. You can see all these like chairs, these signs, and they painted that giant nuclear radiation symbol on the wall. I'm gonna sign this book. This is way cooler than I was expecting. I didn't know it was gonna be like things left over, you know? You just imagine people living here, and then the explosion happened, people died, or they had to just run away for safety. Is it true that Chernobyl affected like more of Belarus than Ukraine?
The most quantity of radionuclides get to the territory of Belarus, and we have 24% of pollution of our area.
What's crazy is when people think of Chernobyl, they only think of Ukraine. They don't realize that like it really messed up Belarus.
Chernobyl associated usually only with Ukrainian territory, but Belarus was more affected by the consequences of the Chernobyl disaster. If in Ukraine there is 2,600 square kilometers of exclusion zone, in Belarus we have also 2,100 square kilometers of exclusion zone and approximately above 5,000 square kilometers of evacuation zones.
Wow. Okay, Annie, what's in your hand?
We got the Gauge meter earlier, and when we started it was at 0.1, and as we approach those metal machines, it's increasing.
You went to the actual Chernobyl.
Step back a few steps and it's already dropping a bit lower. Yeah, I went to actual Chernobyl, and
what was it out there? Do you remember?
Whenever we climbed around the huge metal pipelines or techniques like this, it was also madly jumping. See, 89 right now.
Check this out underground. We're in a vet from 40 years ago that's literally unchanged. When you come in here, you see all these like old bottles that literally haven't been moved. There's still stuff in here. It says CCCP on it right there, which means Soviet Union. Like, is this stuff still able to be used, or is this like, how radioactive is this? Should we try it? This is just crazy. Like hundreds of medicine. If you ever wondered what a dentist looks like in the Soviet Union times, this is it.
Peter tells me that the best view of Chernobyl is on top of the watchtower, but it's really old and difficult to climb. I'm up for the test.
Here we go, step one. Oh, we got a long ways to go. Holy smokes. If you're afraid of heights, this is not a place for you. I think the tower is moving left and right. Oh my God. This is way scarier than it looks from the ground. You just gotta focus on one step at a time. Now it is directly like 90 degrees. Adrenaline rush is like fucking crazy. Woo! You can see the actual building is right there. It's like a white barn. Dude, what the f? Why are there snakes everywhere?
In Russian, it's gadyuka. This snake is very poisonable. Be careful near it. If it bit you, you can die.
We've just entered a school here. You can see everything just kind of how it was. Look at this, dude. I can't believe I'm here right now exploring this. Look at these bags. Is that like drink? What is this? Oh! A bomb?
You're kidding.
Dude, this is absolutely insane. What does this say?
Да, здравствуйте, это 1 мая. It's like a celebration they have.
This is the last remaining Lenin monument in this entire exclusion zone. Here he is, looking cute.
It's hard to wrap my head around Chernobyl, crumbling buildings, invisible radiation, and a silence that swallows everything. But now I'm heading into a different kind of stillness, the Belarusian countryside. Out here, life moves slowly, and I'm so excited to meet up with my local friend, Veronica, who invited me to a traditional meal at her grandmother's house.
Oh, big hug.
All over Eastern Europe, these grandmas, known locally as babushkas, are the backbones of entire villages. They are carriers of tradition, survival, stories, and delicious homestyle recipes.
I'm really excited. This is going to be the most Eastern European experience ever. This is her house. I can already hear her animals clucking in the front yard. I can't wait to go inside and have a meal together and just hang out. Oh my God. How many rabbits do you have in your house?
4 and 4 girls and 1 guy.
And what do you do with them?
We eat them.
You have many animals in your house. Which one tastes the best?
In Turkey. Turkeys, yes, I want to help.
Oh, this one looks sad. When are you gonna eat this one?
When you come back.
Next time. You have to hold it like that?
Yeah. That's our dinner for tonight. Welcome to Belarus.
Oh my God, this is so amazing. This is a very special experience here to be in a small house in the village. Thank you to Veronica's grandma. Da. So how come your grandma has so much energy? She's always like that?
Yeah, she always like that.
Tyler, thank you so much for having us over. I came to Belarus because my great-grandparents are actually from here.
Belarus?
Yes. Babushka.
Бабушка оттуда.
She's not impressed. She's like, I don't care. This is like fully authentic living here in the countryside. She got the onions hanging on the wall back here. She makes a use of every single inch in this house. It's pretty cool. Is this the same house she lived in your whole life?
No, she lived in Mogilev actually.
Oh, she lived in Mogilev.
Before her mother lived there.
Got it. We're just exploring outside of her house. What's over here?
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Yeah.
This is like a rabbit house. There's rabbits in here for consumption.
There's a bathroom. There's a toilet over there.
Nice. It's like a full adventure out here.
So here we plant potato, tomatoes, onion.
She does everything
pepper.
by herself?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like coming here?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's far away. That's why we come here rarely.
Do you feel like happy that your grandma is so amazing and active? And
Yeah, sure, of course. It's very fun. She's very fun.
She's the best. She eats all these animals?
Yeah.
Does she kill them and butcher them?
Yeah.
She does it?
Yeah.
Do you do it too?
No. No, I haven't done it.
This is her bedroom. She's got plants everywhere. Always making stuff. A big lion on the bed. This is a quintessential Eastern European experience. I just can't get the smile off my face. Nice. Vodka. Vodka?
It's self-made vodka.
She's ordering me to sit down. It is time to feast. She has so kindly made all of this food for us. Thank you. Good.
It's kind of like
Сало.
Здесь і все, щоб знав, що в Білорусі їдуть.
You need to try everything.
Okay, I will try everything.
Ну хто буде наливати?
She wants to pour something for us to get the night going.
Будеш їхати спати до Мінська.
I'm gonna sleep all the way to Minsk? Aha, I understand.
Cheers.
Cheers.
А, ну давай, cheers. Дрендіть, а ти не будеш їсти.
Take this.
So
Eat
nasty.
it after. Yeah.
I've never seen a lemon and cheese as a chaser, but here they do it.
Nostalgia.
Ну попробуй, во-первых.
It's good with this.
Cork.
It completely removes the flavor.
Yeah.
What was it like to grow up in Soviet Union
Как
times?
это было вот расти?
Ну раніше ж такого не було, як тепер.
There was nothing to eat. They ate only cucumbers.
Держали только свиней,
cabbage,
курей и яйца.
And only this salad.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
I think that's the only English word she's ever spoken in
А
her
не
life.
понимаю.
На здоровье.
Здорово.
Cheers.
Здорово. Cheers. Так а что вы меня пьете?
I
Молится?
don't think I can have more than just this one. I don't drink very much
You
anymore.
need to eat more.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
why.
Бери, ешь, не стесняйся.
What?
Мясо ешь, а то ты блины.
I don't understand.
У нас так не едут, надо мясо.
Before meat.
Meat first?
Yeah.
Мясо бери.
Because it's a sweet. It's sweet.
She's
one.
aggressively. Okay, feed me.
На.
Feed me.
А, корми.
Do you think Belarus is the best country in the world?
Yeah, she does. Yes.
Yes.
Россия
What
уже...
about Russia? Russia.
Слушай, у России ездили, стоя вот такие сухие хуи. По-русски.
Okay.
In Russia, there are dry cocks like this.
Dry cocks?
Ну, так молочные, да.
Yeah, I'm also drunk. I like never drink anymore.
The diary is better in
I was too shot for really strong. If you could say any message to people in the world watching this video, what would you tell them?
Я желаю всем, чтобы была эта тихота в мире.
She wishes to everyone peace and, of course, health. That's the most important thing, and health to our president.
У вас в Америке,
It's almost
наверное,
like
гуков нема?
her only duty right now is to make sure that we eat as much as we can. And we leave her house as full as we can.
А як його по натурі звати?
Как? Вот имя просто?
Ну.
Drew. Drew.
Drew. Didu.
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 Дуру? Ёб твою. Дуру! Ешь, не сяди.
Eat. Don't
Okay,
sit
okay, okay. I'm
idle.
eating.
Попробуй рыбы.
Может быть,
You're not allowed to take like 10 seconds off from eating. Cheers. Cheers.
А, честь.
The only time she's shy is when I ask her to speak an English word.
Давай уже пить опирай. Буду глядеть. У нас хорошая уж. Давай выпьем. Ёб твою маку-кота. И я пью, я больной человек и пью. За тебя.
She's drinking for you. You must
Okay.
drink now.
Cheers.
Давай, честь.
This is my last sip. I'm not drinking any more than this. You drink it too.
Ты ешь.
You also. Go.
Ну, давай. Нормально. Давай этого попробуем. Чиз. Чиз, чиз.
Cheers.
Can't finish it. I'm gonna pass out.
Давай. Выпьем вот, а ты не будешь пить. Давай. Давай.
Together.
Давай.
Cheers.
Давай, чипс.
Mm.
До конца. Зло не покидай мне.
Cheers. Cheers.
I can't drink anymore. I'm done. That was my
Cheers.
last shot.
Да.
Первый улаживался.
Чарка на пасашок. Да.
I will drink this if you can say my name without laughing. Drew.
Джу.
Okay, you lost the bet. Cheers.
Не-не-не-не. Давай.
I can't finish
And you
this.
have to finish.
I can't finish
She just.
this. Can't
You
take
have to
rip
finish.
shots like that anymore.
Не-не-не, уже все. Сегодня пиздец. Ну что ты мне зло покидаешь?
I gotta breathe oxygen first.
Не-не-не.
Oxygen in between.
А то с ума
This
буду
is the
лежать
last one.
завтра.
For this trip, гостеприимность.
Спасибо.
На здоровье.
За любовь.
Каждого и для тебя тоже, дядюшка.
She doesn't take a drink until she makes sure that I finishes the whole cup. She watch. In 2 seconds, she's gonna say, "Come on, Drew, watch."
Давай, Хук.
This video is gonna go on YouTube and it's gonna get millions of views.
Усе влюбятся в меня. Хоть бы влюбился один дед. Ёб его мать.
What does that mean?
Just so there's one grandpa that's gonna love her back.
А ебут твою мать, такую заразу, 8 месяцев ходил, не дала ни разу. А спасибо комбайнеру, что высоко покосил, усю курку паковала, 3,9 голосил. Все, пиздец.
This has been a very eye-opening trip to Belarus, and I hope you have a new appreciation and understanding of this lonely nation. I came here searching for my great-grandparents, and somehow in this quiet, complicated country, I found them. Not just in the archives, but in the stories of Holocaust survivors, in the stillness of abandoned towns, and in the warm kitchen of a babushka. In many ways, this journey was about the past, but it was also about how its traces live on in the present.
My journey continues into neighboring Russia, where people are surviving temperatures colder than most of us can imagine. Welcome to Yakutsk, the coldest city on the planet.
Siri, how cold is it in Yakutsk?
It's negative 33 degrees.
Minus 33. This is boiling hot water. Here we go. With the ice crystals. Right now I'm about to head to the airport to go to northeastern Russia. I got this whole suitcase full of winter gear and I never check bags, so this is the first for me. Right now in Phoenix, it's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and in Yakutsk, it's gonna be minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So, 120 Fahrenheit swing. I am scared, nervous, excited, anxious. Literally going to the world's coldest city. I don't even know if I have enough warm clothes with me, but all I do know is that this is going to be the trip of a lifetime. I've been wanting to visit this part of the world for a while, and it's finally happening.
I saw the reflection, I'm like, ah,
What's up, dude? Dude, what's up, bro? We're here, man. Dude, you got snow in your hat.
Oh, yeah.
Is it snowing outside?
Yeah. It's cold and it's -3 outside.
Yeah.
We're going to like -50.
When most people think about Russia, they think about vodka, the Red Square, Mr. Putin, or borscht soup. Or maybe they think about Lake Baikal or the fact that Russia sent the first man to space. But let me tell you, there is a lot more to discover inside the world's largest country. Russia is so big that it spans 11 time zones. You can fit almost 4 USAs inside of it. To me, it's almost hard to comprehend, but all I can say is that I'm so excited to be back. Yakutsk is the capital of the Sakha Republic, or Yakutia, which is an autonomous region that is larger than India. The city was founded in the 17th century when gold and diamonds were discovered, and soon it became a hotspot for natural resources. To this day, more than 1/4 of the world's diamonds are held in the underground vault, which we got special access to visit. In terms of culture, the Yakutian people are descendants of the ancient Mongolians, hence their stunning physical features. I can't wait to share with you their unique way of life. More than 300,000 people call Yakutsk home in complete isolation from the world. And yes, it really is the world's coldest city. It's so cold that cars must have blankets over their engines to function. Houses are built literally on top of permanent ice layers, and in the winter months, like right now, the sun shines for only 3 hours a day. You might be wondering, why on earth did I come here during the coldest month of the year? The answer is the same reason why I go anywhere, because I'm curious. How are people surviving? What are they eating? And how do they stay warm? I teamed up with my good buddy Amar from Yes Theory, and together we embarked on one of the craziest adventures of our lives. Sit back, relax, grab your coffee, and get ready to learn about life in the frozen tundra. We are about to board the flight. Everybody's got their big jackets on.
Let's do it.
The ground is covered in like 2 inches of snow, so hopefully the plane can take off. God, this jacket's so freaking big. Holy we made it, dude. We made it to the other side of the freaking world, bro.
Dude, we were flying over Siberia. I woke up to like Kyiv overnight. There's like specks of light.
You saw the northern lights? Are you I've never seen them in my life. I can't believe I missed that. Look at that welcome.
Thank you for coming to pick us up. You ready to see Yakutsk?
Yes.
All right, moment of truth, heading outside for the first time. Oh man. Woo! It hurts to breathe in fast. Dude, this is wild. My ears and my fingers are almost completely numb already. It's been less than 5 minutes. The trees are completely frozen. This is like, I'm completely speechless right now. Dude, KFC made it all the way to Yakutsk. That is so funny. It's probably the northernmost KFC in the world, I would guess.
Yes.
Yakutsk! It is time to get dressed. Let's do it. And outside we go. that first breath always gets you. All right, and the day begins. First looks outside here in Yakutsk, and surprisingly there's a lot of people out and about, just hanging out, walking around, and it is completely white. And there's actually like a light blue tint around. I think it's like the reflection of the sky hitting off the snow, but all the trees are completely frozen. I mean, look at this tree over here. They're completely frozen. They're like blocks of ice, the trees. See, there's little branches under there. I mean, we made it, we're here, Yakutsk. Let's go see what's going on. It didn't take me long to realize that Yakutsk is quite a normal city. It just happens to be extremely cold. There is a beautiful city square filled with tall buildings, ice sculptures, and of course, Mr. Lenin. There are supermarkets, parks, restaurants, bars, and even public transportation. The people here seem to be very happy, enjoying themselves as they go about their daily lives, and most outdoor activities revolve around the snow and the ice. It is so cold here that the pipes have to be built above the ground because you can't dig under the permafrost and put pipes there. For the plumbing, for the water, all of the piping system is done above the ground. That is crazy. We are heading into the fish market, and I can't wait to see what we're gonna find. Unloading the fish right here to bring to the market. So cool. No. You can see some of the stalls here at the fish market are empty, which means I guess some people didn't want to come to work today.
I'm Amar.
Amar?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
Drew.
Drew, okay, I'm Hans. Tell me about this fish market.
Fish market. This is not only fish market. You know, this is a big market.
Yeah.
You know, kind of agricultural environment of the Yakutsk city is come to here, and this is like a center of the.
Yeah.
Center of the. You know, farmers.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you survive the winter here?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Seriously. It's so cold here.
And now it's warm, you know?
Yeah.
God damn. You know, this question, you know, for me is like a central question in my life.
We're buying fish for straganina.
What does that mean?
Frozen fish is cut.
Slice. So which
like
one?
Like a sashimi.
Sashimi.
Like frozen sashimi.
Yakutsk sashimi.
Yes.
Which one should we buy? This one? Can we see it? Aren't you cold?
Today is warm.
Warm.
It's spring.
It's not warm.
This is spring.
Do you ever close your shop because it's too cold?
Yeah.
No.
No. Well, good for you.
No.
You're amazing. How much is it?
3,000.
3,000. So that's like $35 for this fish. We're gonna buy it right now. We're gonna chop it up.
And now we're gonna go to the village, and she's gonna show us how they make that.
She's holding the fish behind
Yeah,
us.
Yakutsk sashimi.
Yes, sir. We just arrived in a small village about 35 minutes outside of Yakutsk, and we're here to meet some people, learn about the local life, and just enjoy. Look at this little dog coming. Hi, buddy. Hello. What do you like about Yakutsk?
I like, it's my motherland. We have very cold winter and very hot summer, and we love life and love people.
You're not suffering in the cold?
No, the cold is just, you know, it's just a condition that we are living it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
to meet you.
My name is Drew. Yeah, I came from U.S., Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do you enjoy about living in Yakutsk?
Oh, I really enjoy the people.
Yeah.
People are so kind
Mm.
and, you know, like, there are not many Yakut people
Yeah.
in the world, so you feel like it's your family.
We're walking on a river right now, which is completely frozen. I almost just got overrun by cows. Who would have guessed? They look like normal cows. They don't look like they've adapted to the environment.
Река растекается. Ледоход. In spring, the level of the river, like,
Rises?
yeah, rises, and so the village can be flooded.
We're actually standing on the river right now.
How long do you think you would survive if you took off that jacket and you were just like walking out here, like until you wouldn't make it anymore?
5 seconds, I'll tell you. Today very warm.
Minus 35 and it's good. It's springtime.
This is ice for our drinking.
Yeah.
Yes, we prepare this ice.
Whoa! Oppa! It's from the river?
Yes.
So it's clean water.
Yes.
Oh,
Please come in and close the door, very cold.
it's too cold.
Slowly.
Oh, this is the fish that we brought at the market. We brought it for them.
Oh, he does it all at once.
So vodka. You
Yes.
like vodka?
When you're very cold, you have a little bit and it's warm for you.
Huh.
Yes.
На здоровье.
Да, на здоровье. На дружбу народов.
It's literally frozen. Like it
Yeah.
feels like a block of ice that you're picking up. Put it in the salt and pepper.
Ой, да, и блогеров. Задачу поставил, сейчас начну. Канал
Good, delicious.
крылья.
We have to eat this, our traditional food, every winter.
Это витамин.
Of course, vitamin. I'm gonna put this on my list of bizarre foods that I've tried around the world.
Absolutely. Wow,
Wow.
which piece should I take?
He's already 2 pieces in.
He's going,
He's gone, man. Sure.
I have never in my whole life thought I would be eating
Забавка
horse.
Стефани. Во,
But here we are.
Cheers, bro.
Там есть. Ага, все ровно. Заправлено. Заправлено.
Raw horse meat in Yakutsk, Russia. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for hosting us. This has been an amazing experience. I don't know how many shots I've had, but I can't say no when he offered me a shot.
На здоровье.
На здоровье.
Да, Дрю.
I gotta get on his level. I'm the very first American he's ever met in his life, and I feel so special. Thank you so much.
We will never ever forget this.
Oh, bro. What an incredible experience here with that family in the village, and wow, they're so sweet, and I'm just in love with the people here, the culture. It's fantastic. I also want to note that it's like 3:50 p.m. right now, and it's completely dark. That's what happens here in Yakutsk. As the day turned to night, I was really curious as to how the Yakutian people spend their time for fun. Are there bars and places to go out? Well, I soon found out that the answer is yes. We're at a hookah bar right now.
At Mike's Hookah Bar.
They have nightlife here. Dude, you're killing it on the dance floor over here. I'm just warming up. Oh, yeah. I am freezing right now. It's minus 35 degrees in Yakutsk, Russia, and I am getting ready to do a polar plunge, which brings me back to my time in Antarctica. I don't know what's going on right now, man. This is one of the craziest things I've ever done in my life.
Drew decided to go do some energy preservation and go in the car.
It's gonna be crazy. Alright. Nice beachy weather out here. Minus 33. Oh yeah. Striptease.
It's the world's coldest plunge
in the world's coldest city. Here we go, baby. Bismillah, bismillah. Bismillah. Sucking it now? You alright?
Yeah, Drew!
Do it, baby!
You are the owner of your own brain! Got that?
Woo!
Get in! Get in! Get in! Good! You're good! Get down, get down. You're good. You're good. Alright, this is the world's coldest polar plunge
And the world's coldest city. Oh my god. Wim,
Well
Wim, you'd be happy right now.
Wim, this is
I love
for
you,
you.
bro.
We love you, Wim.
Oh boy.
I'm alive. I'm thriving.
Alright, you good?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't feel anything. Woo!
Yes.
Feel alive!
You got it, baby! Oh. I can't believe we're here. I can't believe we're just, and I can't believe we just did this. Look, everything is just freezing on you.
Give me a hug. Hug, hug, hug. Yeah. Spasiba. This is one of the craziest things I've ever done. Let's f***ing go, baby! Woo!
It took us several hours for our bodies to get back to normal, so we chilled at a restaurant, got some food, and then went back out to hit the town. All I can say is that the Yakutian people are some of the warmest I've ever met, saying hi to me on the streets, and believe it or not, they have a really special talent.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
So
too.
you were the
Hi.
guy that plays the instrument?
Yes.
Wow. I would love to see that. Wow, that was awesome. Time for some Russian Burger King. Hi, здравствуйте. Big Mac and fries, number 1. For the food, I'm number A29. And we're gonna eat it outside. Еще один ketchup. Еще один ketchup. Yeah. Yeah, один. Два. Okay, I'll pay for it then.
Where are you from?
USA. America. And USC, the ketchup free. No money for ketchup. Thank you. Okay. All right, this pipe looks nice to sit on. Let's make a little seat right here. My hands are gonna be completely frozen in about 5 minutes. All right, the bottom of the burger is pretty cold, just in the few moments I've been outside. Pretty standard looking stuff. This Whopper actually tastes like home, even though it's got a lot of mayonnaise and ketchup on it. Yeah, I mean, for all things considered, it's not bad. Time to try the fries. Freezing cold. Honestly, they lose a lot of their taste when they're cold. You can actually see here that the ketchup, the texture and the consistency is already starting to freeze. So you can still dip it already now, but maybe in a few minutes, it'll be frozen. A normal refrigerator operates at 40 degrees Fahrenheit and a freezer is -4 degrees Fahrenheit. So the fact that we're at -40, I think that this Burger King meal is gonna freeze really soon. All right, I have been away for 8 minutes and I'm back to check on the burger. Let's see what it's doing. Oh, see if you can hear this crunch. It's literally like a piece of ice, like the meat. I can't even rip it off. A bite of a burger after being left outside for 8 minutes in Russia. Oh, cold, my teeth, so nasty. Yeah, done. We're at the Permafrost Museum, so we're gonna learn how they're able to build houses and buildings on this block of ice, this permanent block of ice. We are now in the kingdom of permafrost. Let's go explore.
1.5 km on the ground. По землю, да?
Permafrost.
Permafrost on the ground.
Frozen
Like a
ground.
mile.
That's crazy.
We are going down to 10 meters below the ground. Dude, it's literally an ice cave, bro.
for all you guys wondering like how they live here, how is it possible? They just build everything on top of ice. Right now we're underground and the stilts from the buildings are built into the ice layers.
A big part of my fascination and decision to come here is this deep connection that I felt that I've always had towards the snow and towards the ice, towards the cold. All this ice has preserved so much of our knowledge and our understanding of the planet.
All the answers are in the cold.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
That's the one I'm trying to say.
That's the line.
Yes.
And like when I met Wim Hof too, a few months after you, I had a moment, I got in the ice bath with him and I spent a whole day at his little ranch in the Netherlands and I was shocked. And I had a lot of realizations too, and like,
it really just taps you.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
I came to Yakutsk with absolutely no idea what to expect, and I left with an incredible knowledge and understanding for one of the most special cultures in the world. And lastly, I'm heading into the mountains of Laos to meet Asia's most isolated tribe that is untouched from the rest of the world. We are out there. I don't know which one he is, so hopefully he's gonna recognize me because I don't know where he is. Well, I wanted remote, and I guess I found remote. I'm looking for my friend. Maybe he knows him. His name is Ken. Ken? My friend from Laos? Ken. There's a number.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, where are you?
Between 5 to 10 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you, man. See you soon. All right, we must wait. Ken Lao. Sabaydi. How are you, man?
Good. And you?
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Ken number 2.
Yes. Ken 1 and Ken 2.
Ken 1 and Ken 2.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro. Sometimes when I enter a place, I don't really feel it out until later on in the day, but it's safe to say I feel like I'm in Laos right now. This trip is completely spontaneous. I had no hotels booked, no drivers prepared, and no plan on what I would do. I only met Ken number 1 and Ken number 2 just a few days ago from the internet, and I told them that I want to seek out the most remote tribes in their country. I know it sounds strange, but I can tell you that these are usually the best kind of adventures. Being spontaneous and stepping out of my comfort zone is essential because that's when life's purest moments always happen. If there's one thing I've learned from my journey to every country, it's that things always find a funny way of working themselves out in the end. The 3 of us headed on a 5-hour drive northwest across the bumpiest roads I've been on since my days in West Africa. These roads were so bad that I contemplated turning back and settling somewhere else. But we pushed through, and 30 miles later, we made it to a random town just in time for a quick bowl of khao soi, my favorite Laotian dish. One of the best bowls of noodles you could possibly have. Oh man. A quick rest in a $3 a night guest house, and then I couldn't believe my eyes for what we saw in the morning. We're leaving our guest house because there's some kind of market here, we think. It looks like the set of a scary movie out here. That was a head of a buffalo and a bowl of its blood next to it. As soon as the light arrived, we discovered one of the most incredible markets I've ever seen. All the tribes in northwestern Laos get together every morning only for 1 hour, and they sell all of their produce and their goods. The smells in this place are outrageously amazing. You would think they do this market like once a week on a special occasion or something, but it's every morning, and that just shows how beautiful and rich the culture is here. They cultivate all these vegetables, all this food. It's so colorful and traditional and beautiful. You don't understand them when they're speaking?
I can't.
Zero?
Understand.
Nothing.
They speak the language, so I don't know what it means.
But do you think they also speak Lao?
Yeah, they also can speak Lao, but some cannot speak.
This is really a celebration of life and food and family. We're gonna buy some fruit. I don't know what kind of fruit it is. It looks like beetle nut, but I think it's different. From this beautiful lady. This enough? How can you eat it? Not good?
Good, try.
It looks like you don't like it.
It's good for someone with a hangover. Have this. Okay?
The face you make makes it look not good. Oh.
Sour.
Very sour. Like warhead sour.
coolest part about this market is that most of the ladies are wearing the traditional headwear and outfits. And that's cool because, as Ken told me, it's really rare to find this in Laos. They've become a lot more modernized with street clothes and iPhones, but here it still holds on to that traditional root. All I know is that after walking through here, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go find some breakfast somewhere around here. They're selling giant rats, and this lady wants one. We're gonna buy one for her. She wants one?
Yeah.
She said yes?
So we're gonna buy one for her.
Okay.
Okay.
She's very happy. Oh man. Cup chai.
Yeah.
Alright, we're buying rat number 2. We're cleaning her out of her rats. She gives it with the tail sticking out right there. Okay, so we purchased 2 rats for this lady. And she invited us into her house if we want to see how she cooks it. Of course, I'm interested to see how they prepare rat up here. That's something that I didn't grow up with. Okay, we made it to her house. She's always smiling. I love it. What's your name? Lai. My name is Drew. Yes.
One rat is per one meal, like for all the family.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. What she does now is take a bowl of cold water and she's cutting off the ears of the rat, making sure all the skin is gone. Man, that is graphic. What do you think about that?
Well,
thank you. Cup chai. It's time to try the rat. Alright, doesn't waste any time. Good? Have you ever met a foreigner before?
no. No.
Never?
No.
So, what do you think about me being here in your kitchen? How do you feel?
He said, strange for him.
Strange?
Yeah.
She has come with rice. Okay.
Sticky rice.
Sep, have you ever met a foreigner or a tourist before? Never?
Never. First time for her.
Sep?
It's time for you now.
She wants me to try it?
Yeah.
Cup chai. Sep.
Seba.
Seba. It tastes like chicken.
Yes, it's good.
Thank you. It's really not that bad. Better than the last time I had rat. Actually, it was guinea pig. You know guinea pig? In Ecuador. Behind me is a kui party. Literally, there's about a dozen women that are cooking kui. I'm not a big fan of the skin. Skin's a little rubbery for me. And the taste there was very strong. This one tastes more or less like chicken. Do you have any questions for me?
She's asking, are you coming back next time?
I would love to come back here because it's such a peaceful culture, you know? Her kids are about to go to school right now and they're probably like, what is going on?
Thank you.
Thank you. Believe it or not, Laos is the most diverse country in all of Southeast Asia with 160 different ethnic groups speaking 82 languages. The main group is ethnic Lao, who make up 53% of the pie, but don't refer to them as Lao. The correct term is Laotian. Way up here in the north, the tribes are so beautiful and colorful with unique clothing styles that I haven't seen anywhere else in the world. Their culture remains untouched from the pressures of modern day life as they hold on to their humble, ancient traditions. Ken and I have been walking for the last hour because we had a driver, but he couldn't make it up these roads.
The road is so bad.
Dude.
You can't make it here.
Like, the scenery is insane. There's no other towns or villages around here. When is the last time that you were on a road that doesn't exist on Google Maps? I can't believe where we just ended up. Somewhere literally on the border of China, Myanmar, and Laos. This community inside of this village is so hidden and tucked away from any cities and towns. It's unbelievable. Somebody, you look amazing, your hat. This is a really cool moment. We just arrived here, met this man, and immediately we're given shots of something. I thought it was water. It's whiskey. And these little chairs are tiny. I mean, they're like 2 inches tall, these chairs. They're just almost like sitting on the floor. That will put some hair on your chest. Oh yeah. How many years ago was everybody wearing this? Because now I'm seeing like a mixture, and the tradition is kind of going away.
Just this year they're changing. They just moved to this village.
This village does not look new.
Yeah.
So they just built all these houses?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah. They said before they all always wearing like the traditional clothes, but now it's just changing since they moved to like near the city.
This is one of the most remote villages in the most remote country in Southeast Asia. What are the Aka people, what are they doing every day? How are they living?
So most of the living like in here, they are like working the rice field, like farm, and also like hunting in the forest, like picking up like food.
Rats?
Yeah, we kind of like that. And the most important for the woman, they have to be like cooking for the men.
It's really a special experience to be here, and thank you for being so kind. And I hope it's okay if we hang out for a couple hours and observe. Kopchai. All right, he's letting me try on his hat. Very gentle. It's fluffy, it's like a pillow. Oh wow, we're going deep. This might be the best footage that I've taken in my entire life. You guys just came out with more clothes and he said try it on. Like, sure. It fits me really well. Like, if I'm wearing a suit jacket, you know, it's literally perfect length. Whoa. These are old French coins, 1937. Because France colonized Laos at one point. This is before the euro. That's so cool. Français. Very, very humbling and friendly people, welcoming us in, giving us drinks. There's a smile. If you want to talk about remote, I'm not sure that I've found a community more remote than this. Maybe in South Sudan. I was recently with the Mandari tribe, but look, nothing for miles and miles and miles and miles over these hills. We showed up here kind of unannounced, and right away the people just became really friendly and welcoming. And I've asked them, and they said there's never been another visitor here. Before I came here, is there anyone come here? Never before. Never. So to be able to come here is so special. I hear people doing karaoke. We hear some kind of karaoke or party. I don't know. There's a house, the farthest house away from here. We hear music coming and people singing, and we're heading that way. And clearly there's just an army of people walking behind me. What happened? Oh, I guess Ken is gonna get married now. This is how we walk together through the village, all linking arms. Ken, what do you think about this experience?
Oh my god.
Amazing? I love how everywhere we go we're followed by 30 kids. They're so scared of you. Oh, he likes it. Oh, they're all doing backflips, yo! We found all these kids that are doing backflips into the pond, drinking and smoking. What a life. Every time he goes for a cheers, he does the linking of the arms. Beer Lao. This is my favorite beer in Southeast Asia.
Nakila.
Cheers to being the only outsiders that have ever been here.
Party on the river, huh?
Party! Hey! I don't normally drink that much, but when they're feeding me beer and shots every 5 seconds, you can't really say no. It's a straight up party out here. When did you guys move here?
So they just moved here like in June of this year.
Oh, cool. Nice. Where did they come from before?
Just next to the Myanmar, the border.
So they were living closer to the border of Myanmar?
And now they moved to here.
Can you tell me about, I heard from someone that you guys can have 2 wives.
Oh, Baba. It depends on if the woman was agree with that, you can have many wives. You married first, right? And the second woman, they agree to be happy with that.
Okay.
As you can marry too.
So the second woman has to agree to the first woman?
Yeah.
So how many wives do you have?
2.
He has 2 wives. That's cool.
Handsome.
Very handsome guy. What is the religion of the Akha tribe? Are you guys Catholic or Buddhist?
Yeah. About the culture and what they believe is about spirit. The culture is about like ghosts and doing things.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
So they believe in ghosts.
Yes.
Akha religion believes that spirit and humans were born of the same mother. Once upon a time, they coexisted until a conflict drove the ghosts into the forest where they cast illness and other bad fortune onto their human counterparts. Akha religion is also centered around genealogy. Many of the people here can recite their family tree back 50 generations. We walked farther up the hill to discover yet another party with drinking games. Keep in mind that this is a random Wednesday afternoon. Cup chai. Cheers. Ken, what's happening right now?
Party. It's party time.
We switched hats. I don't know who looks better in which hat. He looks pretty good with a disco hat on. I don't know how I look with my hat on, but he looks fire with a disco hat on. Oh! Buzzkill! This is a drinking game they play. I've noticed that this game is popular all over the world. The rules are simple. You throw a small ball, which is the target, and then try to throw big balls as close as you can to the small balls. We're losing. The away team is losing by 2. By 3. By 3. I got a drink. Did we lose? Yeah, we lost. They want me to dance, but I hate dancing. It's a rave in Laos! They dance like me, that's a good thing. When you don't know how to dance, you do this. They're trying to match me with her, it's really awkward. Nobody can walk straight. Okay. Oh my god, this pairing stuff is so awkward. No, I can't do it, man. It's a little bit awkward and funny how this man actually wants me to marry his daughter. He keeps trying to place her right next to me and get me to hold her hand. I've never been in this kind of situation before, and I'm not exactly sure how to handle it. Cup chai. Cup chai.
I think you just got married.
I'm pretty sure I just got married, yeah. Was that a dowry?
I hope not.
I think that was a dowry. I I love you, Deanna. This is just a joke, but I think that money I gave was a dowry or something, and everybody started clapping, and the man with the hat, he just keeps forcing me to her. It's very awkward. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to marry your daughter. He's like, oh man. Next time.
Next time. Next life, maybe.
Next life.
Imagine life.
Sadly, globalization is unavoidable. Evolution to a modern life cannot be stopped. What this means, unfortunately, is the end of ancient ways of life. Slowly but surely, the Aka tribes are being kicked out of their villages by neighboring Chinese invaders, who are destroying their forests and building new roads and casinos. These beautiful outfits that you see the men and women wearing will not be worn by the next generation. Kids are having iPhones, which means access to YouTube and the internet and learning about an alternate way of life, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just the reality as the Aka are being integrated into the mainstream. I will say that the party scene that I just witnessed was absolutely wild. I could have been anywhere in the world, like in college back in Madison, Wisconsin, and had a very similar experience. You have to remember that all people everywhere have experienced transformation at some point in history. I strongly feel that it's in our best interest to protect the indigenous people because they are the ones who are caring for our environment and our planet. We must preserve their culture and their lifestyles because when it goes away, it never comes back.